On today's show, we're going to be talking about new Polymega games coming out, uh, new Atari 2600 homebrew games that are available to play now, and also tariffs have hit Atari. All coming up right now. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rockin' Gamer episode 78. Welcome back, everybody. I'd like to first of all apologize for the weekend of Easter of not having a show, and also last weekend, just because I just wasn't feeling that well and couldn't bring the energy or anything like that. So we're here today with coffee. Must have coffee. Always must have coffee. Anyways, folks, again, it is the spring and summer months coming up. So there's not a ton of news out there, typical of this time of year. But there's some interesting things that happened, and we'll talk about it. Okay. So new Polymega games. So there was another collection released by Polymega. Let me just get to it here. So what they've released is iconic Japanese developer Jellico and Physiccio, Polymega Collection Volume 9, Strikers 1945, and Volume 10 Bases Loaded, now available at their shop online. So you can, if you're a Polymega fan, by all means, you can jump on that. There's a whole bunch of Atari 2600 development going on in the background. So if you're not following it on Twitter, especially Atari C News on Twitter, pumps out a lot of this information, and thank you, buddy, for that and spreading the news about all these homebrew games. So there's one called Agent Q, which looks like a platforming type of game and looks kind of cool. And also, let's see here. There's another one, Sign Runner for the 2600, which actually looks kind of cool too. And last but not least, there's a game called Star Giraffe that actually looks awesome. And it was presented at the Jeff Minter Game Jam, which is really cool. Yeah, this game actually I kind of like it, so just go check it out. You just have to do searches on this stuff, and it'll come up, and you'll see that. So let's see that. Let's see what else there's going to be coming out here. This is cool. You guys remember Sega's Outrun in the arcade? Great racing game. Got to punch in what kind of music you want to play, and you just go driving with your topless girlfriend on your right in your Ferrari Testarossa. So seems like it's going to they're going to be creating a movie out of this game, and it's going to be directed by Michael Bay. So there's going to be lots of explosions in it and stuff, typical of Michael Bay. But honestly, how do you take a game about just driving and change that into a compelling movie? It'd be interesting to see what they come up with this. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. I don't know why, but I'm kind of excited. But anyway, we'll talk about as time goes on and development of the movie goes on. Also, Retro Boys. Let me just confirm that here. Retro Boys custom controllers just released, or actually, so Atari 2600 games, including paddle titles on Stella emulator, confirmed working with the GRS spinner integrated into the combo stick. So they created a combo stick that has multiple buttons on it, joystick, and a spinner, like a metal good weighted spinner. Well, that's what it looks like here, and it's working with the Stella emulator. Now, if it's working for the Stella emulator, will it work for the Stella emulator on the Atari VCS? That would be very, very interesting. And just by looking at their controller, it looks very cool, actually. Um, and just how it plays and everything, and it's nice with the spinner. Like the spinner, come on. Atari invented the spinner controller. Why aren't we seeing more spinners or paddle controllers integrated, and not the plastic Atari 2600 ones? I mean, real chunky spinners that we can all manhandle and play properly. I think that I think that would be something interesting to see, especially on the Atari VCS. The Atari VCS is just at that point where it needs a spinner or a trackball. You know, because those you can use them on the game. I mean, Missile Command. How can you not play it without the roller controller, right? Tempest. You need a spinner. Plain and simple, you need a spinner. Anyway, that's what I would like to see, and I think a lot of people will want to see that. Mm. Okay, now let's get to the big news here. Here's the note from Atari to our Atari community. Today we wanted to share an important update about how the recent increases in tariffs have affected our business. Starting May 5th, today, we will increase the price of all game cartridges by 10%. The pricing applies both to Atari 2600 and 7800 cartridges. We underestimated the impact this could have on our community, and we want you all to know that we don't make this decision lightly. Though we have worked to absorb some of the rising costs, we won't be able to absorb all of it. As the global trade situation continues to evolve, we will be transparent as possible about further adjustments we may need to make. We are also grateful for your support, and we continue to evaluate our prices to keep you updated if tariff circumstances require additional changes. Okay, so now when this tariff thing that's happening is, creeping into our hobby, it's frustrating. It's beyond frustrating. Let alone all the stupid other tariffs that are going to be making things really expensive. Not everything, but mostly. I mean, I'm lucky. I just bought. I need to replace the front brakes of my car. Went to the local parts store, picked up the parts, and the prices seemed reasonable. And the guy said they made a big purchase, come the summer, or not the summer. The hell's this? Do I have something on my face? No. Anyway, yeah. So they made a big purchase. So they haven't seen the prices increase. They haven't added the price increases yet, but it will eventually come. And we shouldn't be naive to the fact that it wouldn't happen to our hobby. I mean, all these plastics and everything do come from China, unfortunately, because it's cheaper over there. I mean, even when I was when I first started doing all this, and I was doing my my retro gaming USB thing. To be quite honest with you, the cheapest place to buy bulk USB keys that were fast enough for what I wanted to do were from China. Honestly, from Alibaba. So they have the manufacturing there. So of course, because of all the tariff problems that are going on, that would happen, and it's unfortunate. And it's we're going to end up paying for it. That's the problem. We end up paying for these increases. And quite honestly, when a company says they're going to try and absorb the prices, companies are into making profits, guys. So they're not going to absorb it. They might absorb it on good faith, a small piece of it, but I don't know. It's just too much shit's going on in the days, and when it happens to affect our hobby, then it kind of stings a little bit more. Anyways, I may be completely wrong on this, but I just wanted to make my feelings clear on this, and I just wanted everybody to see that, you know, even our hobby will get affected, right? Anything with plastics in it. If you're into, I don't know, you name it, you know, anything with plastics. So anyway, let's leave it at that. I don't want to make a big political stink about this, and it's not needed. Anyways, folks, I think that's it for today. I appreciate everybody, you know, checking in, coming in, checking out the videos, responding, commenting, liking. Everybody, thank you very much. The last 2 weeks that I've missed a show, I felt bad about it, but, you know, just life gets in the way sometimes, right? Anyways, folks, take care. We'll see you again, and hopefully we'll have a lot more news come next week. Bye now.